Good morning. I'm Jen Banzoff, Chair of the Board of Trustees and a proud 1994 alumna of Wilson. On behalf of all of the members of the Board of Trustees of Wilson College, I would like to extend our congratulations to the graduates and families of the class of 2025. You made it. At this time, I would ask that you please rise for the invocation by Pastor Andrew Hart, Wilson College's Nancy Adams Besh, class of 48, and Elizabeth Hudnut Clarkson, class of 47, college chaplain. After the invocation, please remain standing to sing the national anthem.
Good morning and congratulations. Let us pray. Gracious Lord, we gather with gratitude and joy to celebrate the achievements of these graduates. Thank you for guiding them through their journey at Wilson College. As they embark on new beginnings, bless them with courage, wisdom, and compassion. Bless their families and friends who have supported them and the faculty and staff who have nurtured their growth. May these graduates carry forward the values and lessons learned here, becoming beacons of hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
You may be seated. Good morning. I'm Wes Fugit, President of Wilson College, and it is my distinct honor to welcome you to today's commencement activities for the graduates of the class of 2025. What a privilege it is to participate in such an important tradition in the life of the college. Commencement is the culmination of often years of hard work and the pursuit of academic achievements. For many of you, today is a celebration of perseverance, persistence, and personal growth. Many of you have balanced your coursework and family obligations. Most importantly, you made it. You made it through the unforeseen ups and downs, the twists and turns that make a commitment to furthering your education your future will always bring. I'm so glad, so proud to be here with you to celebrate your degree from Wilson College. Graduates, today is your day, your chance to walk across the stage like so many before you. Embrace this moment. Let it soak in. You've earned it. I hope you enjoy today's celebration of you. Before we get started, a few housekeeping details. Parents, family, and friends, we are thrilled that you have been able to join us today. To help keep the proceedings moving along, I would ask that you stay seated during the ceremony. Pictures Plus is here from Waynesboro to take photos of each graduate, and that photo will be made available to the graduate via their Wilson email free of charge in the coming week. Graduates, I also bring you greetings on behalf of Wilson's faculty, staff, and administration. The Wilson family is grateful for the contributions you've made to continuing scholarship on our campus. Your time at Wilson has prepared you to be stronger leaders of your generation, your discipline, and beyond. You have the skills, the passion, the persistence, the critical thinking to further your goals and to make our world a better place. Thank you for choosing Wilson College as your partner on this journey. We will begin today's programs with remarks from two of our graduating students, Kevin Wells, representing the graduate degree program, and Aaron Ryskowiak, president of the undergraduate class. Please allow me a moment to introduce our first student speaker. Kevin is graduating today with a master's degree in organizational leadership. Kevin spent the first part of his career in Mississippi, where he was co-creator of the interdependent living curriculum for the Mississippi Department of Child Protection Services. This trauma-informed program equipped foster youth ages 16 and older with essential skills in financial literacy, employment readiness, housing stability, wellness, and relational support. His commitment to helping young people build sustainable, self-directed futures led him to Milton Hershey School in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Since 2006, he has worked to support the school's residential programs, which includes working as a transitional living coordinator for the last 16 years. Kevin is also classically trained pianist, having started playing piano at the age of 3. He received a music scholarship from the University of Mississippi, where he earned a Bachelor of Social Work. He has performed piano on hundreds of stages, including accompanying the internationally recognized concert singers and a featured appearance at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Please join me in welcoming Kevin to the stage.
My parents. Stop. President Fugit, distinguished faculty, fellow graduates, families, and honored guests, good morning. Today marks more than a personal achievement. It represents a story of calling, of commitment, and of carrying a legacy far greater than ourselves. It is with deep humility and immense gratitude that I speak to you at this moment. My path to this podium began not in a boardroom or a classroom, but in the activities department of a local nursing home. While my peers played video games or found trouble to get into, I spent my time listening to stories, bringing laughter to those lives stretched far beyond mine. That early volunteer experience etched into my heart a lifelong devotion to service. I didn't know it then, but the principles of social work, compassion, advocacy, and human dignity had already taken root. I went on to earn my bachelor's degree of social work from the University of Mississippi, a place steeped in the complex and transformative history of the American South. That chapter of my life shaped not only my worldview, but my professional compass. After graduating, I spent 5 years serving with the Mississippi Department of Human Services in the Bureau of Narcotics, investigating child and vulnerable adult abuse, neglect, and exploitation. It was grueling work, but it was meaningful, an extension of the values I had come to hold sacred. That path eventually led me to Milton Hershey School, where I found not only a new home, but a community defined by its relentless commitment to children and to equity in education. The mission of MHS, to nurture and educate children in social and financial need, echoes deeply with my own. There, I've been privileged to support young people who are courageously authoring new narratives for themselves, narratives of hope, of opportunity, and of purpose. Milton Hershey School also believes in the transformational power of learning and the development of its people. The school's tuition reimbursement program reflects its identity as a learning organization, championing lifelong education, not merely as a benefit, but as a moral imperative. It was through this shared commitment to growth that I found myself at the doorstep of Wilson College. But why Wilson? Because Wilson College did not merely admit me, Wilson recognized me. It saw a leader in formation, a voice ready to contribute, a story worth shaping. And in turn, I saw a place grounded in ethical leadership, academic integrity, and social responsibility, an institution committed to nurturing the mind and the heart. I was not alone on this journey. Every late night discussion, every new theory explored, every leadership model applied to my work at Milton Hershey School. I shared it all with my Uncle Jim. He was my companion in curiosity and my encourager, but he was also so much more. Uncle Jim was a storyteller, a patriot, and the visionary behind the Harry Edwards Memorial Scholarship. He was the living embodiment of citizenship and service, and his passion to honor the memory of his childhood friend, Harry Edwards, speaks volumes about the kind of man that he was. The origin of the Harry Edwards Memorial Scholarship traces back to the early years following the graduation of Uncle Jim and his classmates from Decatur High School outside of Atlanta. The Vietnam War loomed large, and they weren't driven by militaristic ideology. Rather, with quiet resolve, they stepped forward, raising their hands in unison to serve. There were no grand gestures, no fanfare, no flags waving, just a generation of young men, many inspired by their fathers, uncles, and older brothers who had served in World War II and Korea, doing what they believed was their responsibility. Out of a class of 110, about 30 answered that call. Among them was Harry Edwards, Uncle Jim's close friend and fellow graduate. Harry pursued higher education at Georgia Tech University through a Navy ROTC scholarship, ultimately becoming a naval aviator. His assignment aboard the USS Constellation led him into active duty during the war. And tragically, on October 20th, 1966, while flying a combat mission over North Vietnam, his aircraft was shot down. It wasn't until 1988 that his remains were returned to the United States. Harry was laid to rest with full military honors at Arlington National Cemetery. Years later, Uncle Jim made a pilgrimage to the village where Harry's plane crashed. There he met the villagers who had recovered Harry from the wreckage and made efforts to care for him. This experience inspired Uncle Jim to return home and ensure Harry's memory would endure, not just as a friend and a soldier, but as a symbol of character and courage. Thus, the scholarship in Harry's name was born. Uncle Jim was a natural storyteller with an unwavering patriotic spirit. He's recounted what it felt like to come back from service and walk through the college campus at a time when returning veterans were met with hostility. Uncle Jim brought Decatur back to life. He spoke with pride about our family's century-long presence in the city schools. He had retold countless stories of youthful adventures, like scaling the water tower, back when such antics earned a stern lecture and not criminal charges. Each anecdote revealed a man deeply connected to his roots, his city, his country, and the people who shaped him. Uncle Jim attended the annual Decatur Education Foundation's Celebration of Excellence. Each year, he personally presented the Harry Edwards Class of 1960 Scholarship. He handed each recipient a framed photograph of Harry and had taken joy in learning that many students kept the photo with them throughout college, a token of the values that it represents. To date, 19 students have been honored with the scholarship. Each recipient has been selected for exemplifying the principles that defined Harry's life: dedication to community, academic excellence, personal integrity, and unshakable character, qualities that remain as vital today as they were in 1960. During my first semester here at Wilson, we shared daily reflections on my coursework. He soaked in every insight, marveled at my transformation, and inspired me to pursue leadership, not as a position, but as a practice of moral courage. And sadly, Uncle Jim passed away on Christmas Eve, right at the end of my first semester at Wilson. But I still feel his presence. I feel him now, as I felt him then, guiding my pen and writing papers, cheering me on when nights were long, and reminding me of who I am and whose shoulders I stand upon. And I carry his vision forward. I am committed to ensuring that the Harry Edwards Memorial Scholarship continues to thrive. I will not let Uncle Jim's torch dim. With every student that it supports, Harry's story endures. With every voice it uplifts, my uncle's passion breathes new. Wilson College did not simply prepare me to lead, it prepared me to serve, to remember, and to build legacy through action. To my fellow graduates, our degrees are more than credentials. They are instruments of impact, entrusted to us for the betterment of our communities, our workplaces, and our world. Let us honor those who helped us reach this day, and let us go forth carrying their wisdom and love with us. May you carry the weight of your story with pride, and may you use your knowledge not just to advance, but to uplift, to advocate, and to transform. Thank you, Wilson College, and thank you, Uncle Jim. This moment belongs to you too. Thank you for helping me find my wings. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Kevin. Your commitment to continuing your uncle's legacy and to serving youth in our community is inspiring. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you Aaron Raskowiak. Aaron is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science degree in veterinary nursing with minors in chemistry and biology. Aaron has made the most of her time as a Wilson Phoenix. She's held an impressive list of leadership roles during her time on campus. Those include academic captain of our women's soccer team, vice president of the Wilson chapter of Omicron Delta Kappa, president of the Pre-Veterinary Club, campus student ambassador for the Rare Breed Veterinary Partners, member of Chi Alpha Sigma, and a member of the student-led Wilson College Government Association, serving as president of her class for 4 years. In addition, Erin has balanced her coursework and leadership roles with completing the college's Phoenix Leaders Program and working 3 of her 4 years as supervisor of the kennels. In 2024, Erin received the coveted Joan M. Thubel Class of 52 Earthwatch Award, which helped her pursue a research project studying forest owls in Utah. This fall, she plans to attend the University of Pennsylvania to pursue a veterinarian degree. Please welcome Erin, president of the class of 2025, to the stage.
Hello, good morning. Hello, families, friends, professors, alumni, trustees, Pres West, but most importantly, the class of 2025. Thank you for letting me be your class president for the last 4 years, but thank you to my fellow officers who have always kept me on track. We have all had a unique experience with Wilson College. We have also all grown into the young adults we are here today. These key stepping stones were late night studying, overwhelming final weeks, making new friends, and for some, balancing sports and school. Some of us are about to start our dreams, jobs, go to graduate school, or figure out the next step in our journey. I'd just like to share a few lessons I have learned with you. Do not fear failure itself, but embrace what you have learned from those challenges. A wise man once said, "My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure." Abraham Lincoln. Just remember, in your new journey in life, that if you do fail and miss a step, then you must get back up and learn from it. If everyone already knew everything they needed to know, then college wouldn't exist. You are small and mighty just like this campus. If it can last 150 years, why can't you get up and try again? You also must embrace being uncomfortable and learning new skills. I've grown comfortable with being uncomfortable because this college has pushed me to become resilient. As you go into your career, please understand that if it was easy, everyone would do it. But you are not everyone. You are a Wilson College Phoenix. We know how to rise up. With the rest of the speech, I would like us to take some time to reflect on our time here. So please think about a classmate during your time here that has made this place memorable. Personally, for me, that was my friends that I spent sophomore year white dinner with. These are the classmates that I have enough memories to laugh about for a lifetime. Next, think of a mentor or professor here that has pushed you to become the very best version of yourself. If they are here today, thank them. For me, this list is long. First, it was Deb Austin telling me that veterinary nursing honors research was an achievable goal. Next was Dr. Tatch agreeing to be my advisor, and of course, Tammy Eggy for agreeing to be my reader on top of all their other responsibilities. And of course, Dr. M, thank you. And finally, Dr. Munson, who sat with me, ran my data, and worked with me to make my thesis immaculate. I hope to have an eagle eye like you one day. Now, let's also take a minute to think about a loved one who has sacrificed a lot for you to be here today and allowed you to chase after your dreams. Hey, Mom, look, I made it. Never forget where you came from and those who are rooting for your success. I'm thankful that I have gotten to know many Wilson alumni and that I was taught every day by strong Wilson women. But what's even more exciting is that I get to follow in the footsteps of my mentor, Dr. Janelle Wills, class of 2014, who also attended the University of Pennsylvania for her doctorate of veterinary medicine. That's the perks of going to a small college. That's the magic of Wilson. You meet people who believe in you and jumpstart your career. You'll always have a place here. Last but definitely not least, please thank yourself for not giving up and seeing your degree through to the end. This process was not easy, we all know that. You have spent so many hours working hard for this moment. Remember that younger version of yourself that you're fighting for? Well, guess what? You did it. Congrats, Phoenix, and go odds!
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for helping your classmates remember the hard work and joy that went into making today possible. We pause in our ceremony now to recognize an esteemed member of the Wilson College faculty, Dr. Lisa Woolley, Professor of English. Dr. Michael Cornelius, Dean of the School of the Arts and Sciences, will offer his thoughts on Dr. Woolley and her contributions to our institution. Dr. Cornelius.
Professor Fugit, President Fugit, sorry, not a lot of sleep. Graduates, faculty, staff, honored guests, it is a privilege to stand before you today to nominate Dr. Lisa Woolley for the honor of Professor Emerita. The purpose of an emeritus speech is to sum up the career of the individual receiving the honor. But at Wilson College, the very best faculty do not have careers. They have impact. The very best Wilson faculty do not have careers, but make a difference in the lives of their students and in the lives of their peers. I know that has been the case for Dr. Woolley. She arrived at Wilson in 1993. I was 19. That's true. Hired to teach all things American literature, enjoying specializations in both the Chicago Renaissance as well as environmental literature. Dr. Woolley has taught everything from first-year composition to women writers to post-1945 modern American literature. Bearing responsibility for such a significant pantheon of literature is challenging, to say the least, but Dr. Woolley always ensured that she brought every voice into her classroom. And this was important because in hearing every voice from the vast history of American literary culture, she enabled our students to find their voices too. At Wilson, Dr. Woolley has taught every constituency, from high school age dual enrollment students to graduate students. But like the true educator she is, Dr. Woolley's teaching has had far greater reach than even she may have anticipated. I know I have learned much from her. Ever since I came to Wilson, Lisa has been a guiding light for me. Perhaps the most significant lesson she ever taught me, and this is a direct quote, is the ethos of care. This ethos of care, she showed me, was the true hallmark of a Wilson faculty member. You see, every small liberal arts college talks about the close mentoring bonds between faculty and students. It's in all the brochures. At Wilson, we don't talk about those bonds, we live them. For Lisa, mentoring is bound in care, in caring about and in caring for. It is a lesson I have always taken to heart. Emeritus status is granted on the basis of an individual's full body of work at Wilson, their teaching, their scholarship, and their service to the institution. In all areas, Dr. Lisa Woolley has excelled. But if her legacy to this institution is an ethos of care, I could think of few greater things to leave behind. It is a privilege to stand before you today to nominate Dr. Lisa Woolley as Professor Emerita, a bittersweet one because it means I will not get to work with her day in and day out. But I am hopeful that the incredible lessons that she has taught us all and her ethos of care will live on even as she enjoys her retirement. President Fugit, graduates, faculty, staff, and honored guests, I give you Dr. Lisa Woolley.
Thank you. It has been an honor to discuss literature with students past and present and to work on our writing and therefore our thinking skills together. Live long and prosper.
Lisa, you are truly a remarkable educator and a perfect example of the culture of care here at Wilson. The college and her students wish you the very best in your retirement. Please know you'll be missed, and congratulations on your distinction as Professor Emerita. We shall now proceed with the conferring of the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters and the introduction of our commencement speaker. I'm honored to introduce this year's commencement speaker, Ms. Tori Murden McClure. Tori Murden McClure retired from Spalding University in 2024, having worked there for 25 years after serving the last 14 as president. That's an impressive run, my friend. She is perhaps best known as the first woman and first American to row a boat solo across the Atlantic Ocean, accomplishing this journey in 1999 after 81 days at sea in her boat, American Pearl. Her memoir, A Pearl in the Storm, How I Found My Heart in the Middle of the Ocean, detailing her journey across the Atlantic, was the basis of the musical Row. A decade earlier, she was also one of the first women and first Americans to ski cross-country to the South Pole. As an accomplished mountaineer, McClure served as the former board chair of the National Outdoor Leadership School. She also worked as an emergency medical technician, or EMT, and wilderness MT for almost 25 years, while also providing EMT instruction to firefighters. While attending Smith College, a proud women's college, she was a dual sport Division III student athlete in basketball, team co-captain, and varsity crew, and served as a student athletic trainer. She joined the Smith College Athletics Hall of Fame in 2012 and the Kentucky Sports Hall of Fame in 2000. She served a term as the vice chair of the National Collegiate Athletic Association Board of Governors, chaired the National Collegiate Athletic Association Division III President's Council, and was acting chair of the NCAA Board in 2020. During her extensive career, she has worked as a chaplain at Boston City Hospital, director of a Louisville, Kentucky women's shelter, policy assistant to the mayor of Louisville, and the first full-time employee of the Muhammad Ali Center. Ms. McClure holds a bachelor's degree in psychology from Smith College, a Master of Divinity degree from Harvard Divinity School, a Juris Doctorate from the University of Louisville's Brandeis School of Law, and a Master of Fine Arts degree in writing from Spalding University, a true learned woman. Personally, I've known Ms. McClure for over 2.5 decades, and she is the perfect example of someone who seizes every single moment in life. Ms. McClure, will you join me in the marshals for the presentation of your degree? Tori Murden McClure, by the authority granted by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and upon the vote of the Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. In token of this act, we bestow upon you this hood of Wilson College and grant you this diploma. I now invite you to come forward to deliver the commencement address.
So as your class president said, go odds. At this 155th commencement of Wilson College, I would like to hear an immense whoop whoop and woohoo for the class of 2025. All right, the class of 2025 seem not to have joined in. You need to join in. Class of 2025. There we go. Not bad for fledglings. Your mascot is the phoenix. I call you fledglings because you are young birds about to be kicked out of the nest that is Wilson College. I am told that there are also many graduate students commencing today. I shall call you tough older birds. And perhaps a few trustees here today and I have attained the designation of tough old birds. I am delighted to be standing before you. I understand Wilson has the odds and the evens. I am so grateful to be here in an odd year. It is an honor, after all, to be odd. I'm sure all the odds know the Dr. Seuss quote, "You have to be odd to be number one." And I need to apologize to our ASL interpreter. She has the hardest job today, by far, and I will not make it easy. By coincidence, I wear the red and black of the odds. Technically, it's Harvard Crimson, but we'll just call it an odd shade of red. Each one of these graduates is an odd, one-of-a-kind, unrepeatable miracle. As you may know, a large group of phoenix, if you insist on anglicizing it, a large group of phoenixes, is also called an odyssey. It's not an evensy, it's an odyssey. As your very odd commencement speaker, it is my job to bestow upon you some advice as you leave Wilson College and go out to commence your next quest, your next voyage, your next odyssey. There are many lies traditionally told on commencement day. President Fugate already told you one. He said, "This is your day." This is not your day. The evening might belong to you, but the day belongs to those who raised you, those who've supported you. It marks an end not to your suffering, it marks an end to their suffering. It is a day some thought they might never see. As you cross the threshold and go out into the world, the faculty and staff who supported you through the corridors of Wilson College will cheer. It's not that they don't love you, they do. But they need no longer worry about whether you'll pass your last exam. No more listening to you whine about the heftiness of your many and varied assignments. No more pretending to be interested in your esoteric wanderings across the existential planes of the academic syllabi. This day belongs not just to you, but to all those who helped you reach this milestone. Their gentle smiles hide deeper emotions. For some, the sense of relief may border on hysteria. This hysteria may exhibit itself in the flash of cameras, or about bragging about your achievements in unnaturally loud voices. There are many who prepared you for your journey. some who've coached you along the way, and any number of people who are out there praying for you. Share the joy of this day with them. It is their day as much as it is yours. So, now graduates, whether fledglings or tough older birds, I shall give you advice on 3 subjects that any sane speaker would avoid: sex, politics, and religion. First, let's talk about sex. Your president, who recommended me as a speaker, is now perhaps just a bit nervous. Fear not, I'm actually a bit of a prude. My advice will be less about sex and more about love. I hope, graduates, you will not become victims of your education. Socrates advised, by all means, fall in love and marry. If you get a good wife, you'll be happy. If you get a bad wife, you'll become a philosopher. Plato, who was a student of Socrates, described love as a form of mental illness. William Shakespeare is credited writing, at least 38 plays. I defy you to find a happy marriage in any of them. I give you Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth, Mr. and Mrs. Othello. Alas, the path of true love never did run smooth, Midsummer Night's Dream. Dear odd graduates, I beg you, please do not become victims of your education. If you read books, they will tell you that love hurts, that it's fragile, that it leads to suffering, that it will stifle your ambition, and 1,000 other things. I shall not tell you that these books lie. However, I must also tell you everything of value is built on love. Be brave, fall in love. It may cause you to stumble and fall. Be brave and fall in love anyway. What you have in your life is not nearly as important as who you have in your life. Hilaire Belloc wrote, quote, "Nothing is worth the wear of winning, but laughter and the love of friends," end quote. I do have one small warning. When choosing friends and those whom you choose to love, avoid individuals who are know-it-alls. I'm here to tell you, such people are tedious. Do not marry or become entangled with such people. Do not even bother to have lunch with such people. Instead, follow the examples of your faculty, this colorful posse of people who don't know how to dress themselves. Spend your time with learn-it-alls, people who are always learning, are ever-changing, often refreshing, and sometimes surprising. If you follow the wise examples of your faculty, you will not take jobs you do not enjoy, to purchase things you do not need, to impress people you do not like. It's just insanity. They are an example of sanity in a sometimes less than sane world. Young phoenix fledglings and tough older birds, the poet Rumi wrote, "A heart filled with love is like a phoenix that no cage can imprison." I now shift to politics. Now, my odd young fledglings and tough older birds, let's talk about politics. Politics for me is the science of how we navigate around the potholes that life places in our paths. I learned to cross-country ski when I was in college. A few years later, I skied to the South Pole. I learned to row when I was in college. A few years later, I rowed across the Atlantic Ocean. No one can guess where the things you learned here at Wilson College will take you. Sometimes when I'm in what we laughingly call civilization, I think I know the way, and the world should just follow me. In these times, I remind myself of something that happened when I was skiing to the South Pole. You don't go anywhere in Antarctica without your glacier glasses, because you can go snowblind. Basically, going snowblind is sunburning your eyes. It's not very comfortable and it's not very fun. Don't do it. Wear your glacier glasses. Now, there were 7 days when I was skiing to the South Pole, 7 different days, when we had to navigate in whiteout conditions. Now, how you navigate is you send the youngest, I was a fledgling then, person out off into the mist. Okay, a whiteout happens when the cloud comes down on the surface of the snow. Up is white, down is white, left is white, right is white, and you literally cannot see the ground in front of you. You send the youngest member of the expedition out off into the mist, and because she's standing on the ground, you can see the ground. But if you're out off into the mist, one day I lifted my ski to ski over what I was sure was a hill, and I fell into a depression. The light was so flat, I couldn't tell the difference between up or down. And how you navigate is you take your compass. It's a standard mountaineering compass. It has a sighting mirror. It's also known as an idiot's compass because the mirror shows you who is lost. And you take your compass and you look for any landmark due south. And I was really excited because I had this perfect piece of sastrugi, a bump in the ice, 180 degrees due south. I skied right for it, skied right for it, skied right for it. Colonel Ron Milnarek of the United States Air Force was my second that day. It was his job to correct any deviations in my course. He said, "Tori, you're veering right." No, I was young and perfect. I checked my compass. My landmark was due south. Skied right for it, skied right for it, skied right for it. "Tori, you're veering right." No, I was a graduate of the National Outdoor Leadership School. I knew how to use a compass by Harry God. I checked again. 180 degrees, due south, skied right for it, skied right for it, skied right for it. "Tori, you're veering right." That's it. He's a dead man. I'm gonna have to kill him. I never veer right. I am a real Democrat. I don't veer right. I turned to give Colonel Ron Milnarek of the U.S. Air Force my very best murder and death stare. And when I did that, I realized my landmark off in the mist was a spot of frost on my glasses. Don't you hate it when that happens? So of late, I've had to change how I tell that story, and I tell that story often, because you can watch the audience, and every Republican in the room sits back and decides to stop listening to you. To you, I have to say, I married a Republican, I do my penance every day. My odd young graduates, us tough old birds, we have messed up the world. We need your wisdom. We must not allow political ideologies to divide us into hostile camps, walled off by ignorance or blind hatred. The world needs your wisdom. The world needs you to teach us again how to listen to one another. As Václav Havel said, quote, "Keep the company and seek the company of those who are searching after truth and run away from those who believe they have found it." My last taboo subject shall be religion. For a number of years, I worked to promote the Charter for Compassion. It was drafted by the historian of religion, Karen Armstrong. She worked with the Dalai Lama, Desmond Tutu, and other religious luminaries. The Charter for Compassion calls out the ancient principle that, quote, "any interpretation of Scripture that breeds hatred, violence, or disdain is illegitimate." The principle of compassion can be found at the root of nearly every major religion in the world. It exists in the many variations of the Golden Rule. One of the oldest versions of the Golden Rule comes from Confucius, who said, "Whatever is hurtful to you, you must refuse under any circumstances to do to another." Rabbi Hillel, who was born about 100 years before the Common Era, was asked, I imagine, by a miscreant first year, said, if you can recite the whole of Torah while standing on one foot, I will convert to Judaism. Rabbi Hillel stands on one foot. He says, "Do not do unto others what you would not have them do unto you. That is the whole of Torah. The rest is merely commentary. Go and learn it." Christianity turns it to the positive in Matthew. "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." Islam picks up that variation from Christianity, but variations of the Golden Rule exist in all the major world's religions. All such statements call us to be more compassionate to one another, whereas written in the Charter for Compassion, quote, "to dethrone ourselves from the center of the world and place another there." Have you ever been around people who think the world revolves around them? I'm here to tell you, such people are tedious. Do not marry or become entangled with such people. Do not even bother to have lunch with such people. Of course, I am joking. You will have lunch with tedious people often. It is up to you, it is up to us, to close the gap between the promise of humanity and the performance of human beings. I firmly believe that human beings are capable of traversing the distance between possibility and fact. Odd young graduates and tough older birds of Wilson College, when I'm invited to speak, I have learned that if I don't talk about rowboats at least a little, people feel cheated. Here's what I have to say about that. It doesn't matter at all if a woman's rowed a boat across the ocean or skied across a frozen continent. What matters is what we do in this world to reduce suffering. It did take me 2 tries to cross the Atlantic Ocean. The first try, I rowed 3,000 miles, got hit by a hurricane named Danielle. After I returned from civilization, I worked for the boxer and humanitarian Muhammad Ali. It was Muhammad who said, "You don't want to go through life as the woman who almost rowed across the ocean." I returned to the Atlantic the second time. I was hit by a hurricane. We are inside today because I am Princess Darkcloud. I weathered that storm, but after the storm passed, I called a man named Mac McClure from my rowboat. I told him that love, pure and chaste from afar, was for the birds, and I asked him to marry me. I said, "Would you marry me?" He's a true romantic. He said, "Sure, why not?" A week later, I climbed out of that rowboat into Mac's arms. Mac is never tedious. I married him. My life is entangled with his, and I relish having lunch with him. Our world cries out for educated voices. It does not take an education to see pain. It takes an education to do something about it. And many, many people who go to Wilson College are studying things that will help you to go out and reduce the pain of the world. So as I wind this up, it is my job to fill your head with platitudes, 1 or 2 of which you might actually remember. Socrates said, "All I know is that I know nothing. If I was truly wise, I would leave it at that. But I will tell you, I am not wise. I am odd. I will end with the top 10 things I think I know. Number 1, if the carrot is big enough, you can use it as a stick. Number 2, roadblocks only block the road. They do not block the grass, the water, or the way less traveled. Roadblocks only block the road. Number 3, I often think of my husband. Silence is golden. And if silence should fail you, duct tape is silver. Number 4, it is never too late to have a happy childhood. I've had several and I have many more planned. Or the corollary, I may grow old and wise, but I will never be old enough to know better. Number 5, do not treat others in a way that makes them feel small. If making others feel small becomes a habit, it will make you smaller. Number 6, learn from the mistakes of others. You cannot live long enough to make them all yourselves. Or the corollary, it is difficult to become old and wise if you are not first young and stupid. There are gradations of stupid. Stupid level 1 gets you hurt. Stupid level 2 gets other people hurt. Stupid level 3 involves police and lawyers, and you might never own your own home. Please, I beg of you, this is especially true in Kentucky, but I'm sure it happens in Pennsylvania as well. Please, please, please avoid all gradations of stupid that begin with the phrase, "Hey, hold my beer and watch this." Number 7, do not burn bridges. Just loosen the bolts a little each day. Number 8, if you're doing something that you have to keep secret, then perhaps you should not be doing it. Number 9 is an important one for university or college presidents. Don't take yourself too seriously. No one else does. And number 10, do not believe everything you think, or as Socrates said, all I know is that I know nothing. I have every confidence that when you leave Wilson College, you will go out. You will teach, heal, feed, and build. You will inform, advocate, comfort, and guide. You will criticize, organize, contribute, and 1,000 other ways serve people and causes. When this commencement ends, I hope your service to the world will begin anew. Go out and make Wilson College proud, and to follow in the footsteps of your faculty member emeriti, live long and prosper, or it's May the 4th be with you.
Thank you, Tori. That was wonderful, and I am especially drawn to the comments of, let's listen to one another. Now, for the reason we are all here. Dr. Alyssa Heil, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, will you recognize honors and present the candidates?
At this moment, we honor academic distinction. After I announce all the honors, I will invite those scholars to rise. As presented in our program, we recognize individuals who have been inducted into disciplinary honor societies: Sigma Tau Delta, the English Honor Society; Pi Gamma Mu, the Social Sciences Honor Society; Sigma Theta Tau, the Nursing Honor Society; and Chi Alpha Sigma, the Student Athlete Honor Society. We also recognize those that have been inducted into Omicron Delta Kappa, a Leadership Honors Society. Moreover, Wilson is proud to have a chapter of Phi Beta Kappa, the oldest honor society for the liberal arts and sciences in the nation. We also commend those students who have distinguished themselves in their discipline. As part of our ceremony, we formally pay tribute to those students who have received Latin honors by graduating with certain grade point averages. We confer 3 levels of Latin honors: cum laude, with distinction; magna cum laude, with great distinction; and summa cum laude, with highest distinction. Will all the candidates who are receiving those accolades please stand for recognition? Will the candidates for graduate degrees please stand? Mr. President, the faculty have examined these candidates and attest that they have respectively completed the requirements for the degree of Master of Education, Master of Educational Technology, Master of Mass Customized Learning, Master of Special Education, Master of Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Arts and Humanities, Masters of Applied Leadership, Masters of Science in Organizational Leadership, and Master of Science in Nursing. It has been recommended by the faculty to the Board of Trustees that these degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates for graduate degrees. By the authority granted to me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Board of Trustees of Wilson College, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I do hereby confer the degree of Master of Education, Master of Educational Technology, Master of Mass Customized Learning, Master of Special Education, Master of Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Arts and Humanities, Master of Applied Leadership, Master of Science in Organizational Leadership, and Master of Science in Nursing, respectively, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Master's degree candidates, as directed by the marshals, please stand and come forward to receive your hood. The president will then present your diploma. Graduates in our education programs will be hooded by Joshua Legg, Dean of the School of Professional and Graduate Studies, and Dr. Eric C. Michael, Director of Graduate Education Programming. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Master of Education. Kelly Elizabeth Barrett. Hollister Marie Bowling. Audrey Willow Crummell. Zachary Brian Forney. Angela L. Hostetter. Abigail Marie Coons. Kirsten Marie Tawney. Verna Antonia Trainer. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Master of Educational Technology. Alyssa Kathy Amaral. Hannah G. Bowers. Karen Renee Bushy. Hannah Hooper. Ryan Kaiser. Mackenzie Ann Pepperak. Tyler Schull. Gabrielle Wood. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Master of Mass Customized Learning. Margaret Ann Pollard. Jennifer L. Warren. Megan Elizabeth Wetzel. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Master of Special Education. Nicole Lynn Beeling. Tiffany A. Campbell. Lindsay Ampero Christmer. Amy E. Foster. Jerry Lynn Hartman. Elena K. Hess. Megan Hirsch. Haley Christine Hoke. Jennifer Grace Horst. Dina Michelle Kirkwood. Madison Renee Kuntz. Melissa Lancaster. Larissa May Moe. Sarah Renee Moyer. Heather R. Ostendorf. Teresa Marie Rader. Shane Robinson. Rachel Regina Marie Saul. Brad Sheridan. Joshua Ryan Scott. Laura Elizabeth Shelley. Lindsay Faye Straley. Rachel Aaron Myers Tauble. Erin Walker. Maria Ann Wolf. Tiffany C. Zeiss. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Master in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. Robin Blumhorst. Heather Marie Kohick. Caitlin Rose Yeager. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Master of Fine Arts. Danielle Barry. Madison Elizabeth Boone. Rachel Lene Byers. Janine Louise Dabb. Amanda Teresa Fair. Dory Beth Santasiri. Taylor Anthony Santoro. Sarah Elizabeth Swasina. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Master of Arts in Humanities. Malordis Yi Bergano. Lauren Grace Burrell. Jade Isabel E. Igama. The following student has completed the degree requirements for the Master of Applied Leadership. Denise Marie McDowell. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Master of Science in Organizational Leadership. Jennifer Hasmin Hernandez Vargas. Courtney Lynn Hull. Gabrielle Elizabeth Lee. Brianna Steffish. Kevin Cromer Wells. Angela Jean Wilt. Will the candidates for undergraduate degrees please rise? Mr. President, the faculty have examined these candidates and attest that they have respectively completed the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Associate of Arts. It has been recommended by the faculty to the Board of Trustees that these degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees. By the authority granted to me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Board of Trustees of Wilson College, and upon the recommendation of our faculty, I do hereby confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Associate of Arts, respectively, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Graduates, you may now move your tassel.
Undergraduate degree candidates, as directed by the marshals, will you please come forward to receive your diploma from the President? The following students are the president and vice president of the senior class. Ellen Rebecca Reshkoviak, magna cum laude, honors in the major. Skylar Morgan Mulner, summa cum laude. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Bachelor of Arts. Hannah Faith Aker, cum laude. Drew M. Aldridge. Brady C. Bakner, cum laude. Kaylee Margaret Barnhart. Maria Angelina Jackson. Kate C. Nwabweze Ogbo. Elizabeth Grace Bamer, summa cum laude. C. Louis Brantner II. Madeline Teresa Bush, cum laude. Elizabeth May Camplees, cum laude. Jamie Lee Clendenning, cum laude. Allie Cullison, summa cum laude. Jessica Lynn D'Agostin. Jordan Paul Daphne. Madeline Rosario Flores Guaman. Casey Joe Kaufman, cum laude. Albert James Keys III. Holly Nicole McCurdy. Madeline A. McKelvey. Jordan Tyler McKenzie. Emily Alexandra Miller, cum laude. Liam Christopher Peppel. Josie Reinhardt, summa cum laude. Kayla A. Richards, magna cum laude. Leah M. Rinaldi. Gary Magic Robertson. Leslie Rodriguez. Naja Yvonne Simmons. Nikki Lee Schussler. Marlon Angela Soto Velasquez. Jessica Frances Startzel, cum laude. Barry Todd Stocks, Jr., magna cum laude. Devin Markel Thomas. Tristan W. Warlock. Hannah Elizabeth Yater, cum laude. Dylan J. Humans. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Bachelor of Science. Bethany Nicole Bansoff. Avery Joan Bassett, summa cum laude. Jenna Christine Benke, magna cum laude. Alexis Pamela Buckley, cum laude. Allison Elise Carl. Jorge Mariano Cortes, cum laude. Rachel M. Coulter. Colin Lee Davidson, magna cum laude. Madison Davis, magna cum laude. Mackenzie R. Dowell. Amelia Louise Edens. Julia Lee Elliott, cum laude. Reagan Helene France, magna cum laude. Claudia Abigail Fumagalli, magna cum laude. Emily Jean Garner, magna cum laude. Shannon Renee Gouge, summa cum laude. Grace Virginia Gregory. Jasmine Marie Alexia Groover, magna cum laude. Miranda Elizabeth Hardy. Shelby Lynn Harmon, cum laude. Riley Marie Henry. Brianna Ryan Kelso, magna cum laude. Crystal Lynn Keenest. Sage N. Legue, cum laude. Jennifer Elizabeth Lepowski. Carly Shea Lisinski. Adrian Lugo Santiago. Magna cum laude, honors in the major. Rebecca G. Marikovitz. Deanira Renee Manitas, cum laude, honors in the major. Benjamin John Metz. Alexandra Ramirez Teo, magna cum laude. Emma Ann Rosett, cum laude. Emma Morgan Ruby, cum laude. Ian Carlos Ruiz Gonzalez. Nicole Sadlowski, cum laude. Aaliyah Nicole Smith. Haley McKenna Steele, magna cum laude, honors in the major. Ashley Mae Stevens, magna cum laude. Hennessy Jordan Strine, summa cum laude, honors in the major. Megan O. Thompson, magna cum laude. Ryan Wilson Torres Rodriguez. Benjamin Alexander Tunnel. Leah Riley Wilhelm, cum laude. Rachel Annette Weston. Madison Elizabeth Williard. Judith Arlene Wolf, magna cum laude and honors in the major. Jade A. Wolf, summa cum laude. Kylie Courtney Wright. Emily Doris Young, magna cum laude. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Regina Kelly Albert, magna cum laude. Paige Madison Albright, cum laude. Emily Jean Breckbill, cum laude. Lango Ya Widor Bryant. Emanuela Stephanie Charles. Talia Letitia Gittens. Mary Elizabeth Heaton. Catherine Rose Kirkman. Clarissa Miley, summa cum laude. Marcus Edward Moreno, cum laude. Mara Suzanne Paris. Emily File, magna cum laude. Jody Heather Fisher Porter. Erica Marie Rogers, cum laude. Connor Matthew Shope, cum laude. Jamie D. Smith, summa cum laude. Bianca Joy Summers, summa cum laude. Bailey K. Sprankle. Lauren Marie Straub, cum laude. Alexis Nicole Testerman, cum laude. Abigail Renee Velez, cum laude. Jillian Grace Walters, cum laude. Tracy Helene Wilson. The following students have completed the degree requirements for the Associate of Arts. Carla Jean Shoup Bender, with distinction. Brett Matthew Goldman, with distinction.
Honored guests, I formally present to you the Wilson College Class of 2025. Let's hear it for them. I'd now like to welcome Ms. Patricia Trish Bennett, a 1968 graduate of Wilson and president of the Alumni Association of Wilson College, to the podium. Welcome, Trish.
Congratulations, members of the Wilson College Class of 2025. I'd like you to consider that in 2 weeks, other members of the Wilson community will be gathering in this place where you are now, and you'd be eligible to join them. They're called alums, and they're just like you, only with a few thousand more years of experience. They're coming back to this place, as the reunion brochure notes, to celebrate the past and embrace the future. And they're more than qualified to do both. I'm a journalist and academic. I deal in words. So I notice words, and what caught my attention was that for you, the reunion motto misses an important tense, the present. The late novelist David Foster Wallace considered the critical importance of the present, speaking to the graduating class of Kenyon College in 2005. Two young fish are swimming along, Wallace related, and they meet an older fish swimming the other way, who nods at them and says, "Morning, boys, how's the water?" And the two young fish swim on a bit, and then eventually one of them looks over at the other and goes, "What's water?" Building that awareness with students and parents and alums is what we at the AAWC do. We connect. We handwrite welcome letters. We offer support by being Aunt Sarah's and Uncle Wilson's. We reach out by being present and meeting students where they are, asking, in essence, how's the water? I hope that you recognize and revel in the real and the essential, those things that are worthy and enduring, as Wallace observed, that are hidden in plain sight. And I hope that when you return to this place, you in turn will be the real and essential Wilson to the classes that come after you. Wilson will be here for you, as we will, who have become alums much as you do today. Like us, you have a history here, a permanent place, a place that you may grow up wanting to leave, but a place like home that never leaves you. Congratulations.
Almost there. A few housekeeping details before we conclude. Following the singing of the alma mater, the lyrics of which are on the back of your program, and the receiving of the benediction, please remain standing while the platform party, faculty, and graduates recess. Members of the administration will dismiss each row of friends and family. So that all of our honored guests, faculty, and staff have room to congratulate our graduates, we ask that graduates follow the marshals from here back to Linfest and the portico outside of Linfest. Friends and family can meet you there. For those not familiar, Linfest is the building near the fountain. Before we conclude these commencement exercises with the singing of the college's alma mater and the receiving of the benediction, it is now my opportunity to share some brief parting thoughts with you. My approach is different from many college presidents. I borrow it and some of the words from the man who inspired me to be a college president, Dr. John Roush, the 20th president of my alma mater, Centre College. And that is one lesson I hope that you will take from this remarkable place. Learn from your mentors. They are eager to help you navigate this complex world. Our graduates are an important part of Wilson's story. For many, this campus may be fairly new to you. Your courses might have been delivered in a school district or online. For others, you might have spent a summer residency here or were regular on campus for your courses. And for the majority, this beautiful campus is where you called home for 4 important years. No matter how you received your Wilson education, Wilson is now your home. You will forever be a part of our family. I suspect you are likely not the same person you were when you began your program of study. In fact, I'm hopeful that you are a better person for what you have learned, what you have experienced, and for what you have given those around you. As a result of your experience with Wilson, you are empowered to be confident and critical thinkers, creative visionaries, effective communicators, and honorable leaders. I am confident that you leave Wilson College prepared not only to make important contributions to your fields, but also to making a difference in the world. In fact, we are counting on it. We are counting on you to be the difference makers, the people to change our communities, the nation, and indeed, the world. Now let me invite you to close your eyes. I want us to collectively walk through some of your individual as well as shared experiences and reminisce just briefly on your time at Wilson. Remember your first day, your favorite course, your worst course, your favorite faculty member, your closest friends, the person you worked the hardest to like, your moment of highest personal achievement, your toughest loss, your best day, your worst day. Remember the people who made this day possible, your family, your friends, the faculty, the staff, your classmates. Remember to thank those people who have supported you all along this journey. Remember these days and never forget them. Remember that all that happened during your time here. For the undergraduates who studied in Chambersburg, recall going to athletic events and collectively cheering our Phoenix to victory. for 5 CSAC championship wins, field hockey in 21 and 22, softball in 22, and men's basketball in 22 and 24. And don't forget that this class helped Wilson achieve her first national championship in equestrian open reining in 2024. Remember experiencing the newly renovated Jennison Dining Hall? How can you pass on one of those 12 flavors of ice cream? Or maybe you preferred a late night snack at the newly opened cafe at Sarah's Coffee House. Reminisce on freezing at Ice Fest one year to the rain melting all the sculptures the next. Recall traveling out of the country for the very first time to study abroad in Rome, Greece, or complete a medical mission trip to the Dominican Republic. Remember the excitement of Arts Fest, experiencing other cultures at Mahiba dinners, going on duck hunts and surviving Student Research Day. Recall continuing traditions at White Dinner, reviving the tradition of odds versus evens, go odds, and starting the new tradition of taking a hayride to the soccer field on Wilson weekend. And for our graduate and online students, remember doing choreography in the Kanakajig, balancing class with life, experiencing the joys and frustration of discussion boards, learning to lead with empathy, navigating the complex hurdles and changes from the Department of Education, revising your thesis, and then revising it again, and then revising it again. Remember seeing the Wilson campus for the first time. And may you all remember signing our honor principle and striving to live into its ideals daily. You may open your eyes. Graduates, today you make a place in history. Your story thus far has many chapters, but the ending has not yet been written. And you have the ability to determine it. And yes, your future will entail amazing new opportunities, but more importantly, your ending will be defined by your contribution to humanity. It is time for you to not only find your bold, but to live your bold. It is important now more than ever for you to show the world what your Wilson education can help you accomplish. Decide what kind of person you want to be in the world. When your journey on this planet is done, how will you be remembered? I suspect it won't be for the job you held or how much money you made, but for the difference you made in the lives of others. I know that Wilson has taught you to make a difference, and I hope you will take this unique opportunity to lead by example, because the world needs you more than ever before. And no matter where the next chapter of your life takes you, your Wilson family will be right there with you, even distance. We are one Wilson, a family, and we will want to celebrate your success and help you get back up when you stumble. I hope you will never forget this remarkable institution, and that you will always find your way home to our beautiful campus. We wish you only the best. You make us beam with pride. We already miss you. We love you. Godspeed.
Please stand. Again, congratulations. Let us pray. As you stand on the threshold of new beginnings, may you go forward with the wisdom and knowledge gained from what is now your alma mater. May your journey be filled with purpose and guided by compassion. May you find strength in challenges, joy in achievements, and inspiration in every step. May you always strive to make a positive impact on the world, and may your future be bright and fulfilling. Amen.
Please join me in the alma mater. All right, we'll do it a cappella. Do, do, do. 1, 2, 3. Mid a group of pines and maples, near a gently flowing stream, rests our lovely college campus. What a peaceful spot it seems. In the beauty of the morning, there's a sweetness unsurpassed. When the twilight shadows deepen, there's a peace until the last. Wilson, how we love to hear it, more and more throughout the years. 'Tis a balm for every sorrow, it will banish all our tears. To her dear departed daughters, 'tis a magic as of yore, and within our memories glowing, it will dwell forevermore. For there is no place like Wilson, though we search o'er land and sea. She is small, but she is mighty, and she's wonderful to me. For her name is Alma Mater, and will ever stand as one, firmly pledged to love and honor, till the sands of life are run.